The UK is bad vibes, and geographically, I know why. All right, so I don't want to come on here and like kind of make it seem like people in the UK are just evil and have this different type of nature to their humanity than anyone else in the rest of the world, because it's definitely it's not really that. I would argue it's more so the case of like um I would say it's more so the case of like, again, the location of the UK and like how small it is. So there's not that many people here. Everyone knows everyone. If you're in the south of the UK, you know everyone who's in the south. You've been everywhere in the south. So it's just kind of like it's just this melting pot, crabs in a bucket type of mentality that is naturally formed, because the weather is so cold as well, which is another aspect of this observation that I made. And so, with the weather being so cold most of the time and the summer being so lukewarm, even when, we get excited and we expect that, we hope for a heat wave, but it doesn't happen that often. Um, you know, so people are wearing a lot of coats and heavy things and to warm themselves up all the time, fleeces, night tech fleece, all this type of stuff all day, every day. It's like no wonder that the people eventually end up just becoming kind of cold, you know um, because this is just the climate and environment that we have to sustain ourselves in, and for an extensive period of time, like over a longer period of time, it just makes you cold. It makes you like cynical, stressed out, and you don't really care to deal with other people. You only speak when spoken to, type of thing. And it's had a huge impact on me being born in the UK and being raised in the UK. So because I know, if I was anywhere else in the world, I would have turned out a lot different as a person. But I don't. I appreciate, being grown up here and being raised here, having my life experience here so far. I appreciate it. But I do see it for what it is, and you know, I like to call it out because I guess no one else does for the most part, but people, damn near 99.9% of the population thinks the same way. It's just that they're not voicing it on camera or even to like, their best friends and things like this, like just the person next to them, you know. Um, so I'm like, I'm just gonna say it, and whatever comes with that is whatever. If people say like in their own way that I shouldn't be saying it, then it's like, all right, okay, but I have a mouth, and I breathe air and oxygen. So if God or the universe or whatever give me the opportunity to speak, why not use that? Because until I'm no longer here, I guess I'm here to do just that. So you're gonna tell me to not do it, and it's like, well, I can't quite follow through with that, can I? I wish, but yeah, it's just not gonna be. It's not gonna be that. That's not gonna happen. But so I mean, so if you're outside the UK listening to this video and you're like, damn, I want to go to England one day. I really want to go to England, Scotland to go view and see, what life is like in Europe on this small island that's deserted away from everyone else. And that too, the fact that, we're not really bordering any other nation, is also, I think, adds to the element of the depressing air within the UK and the cold, just the coldness, because, we don't really have anyone else around us but ourselves to communicate with. And when we've communicated with a couple of people, we've damn near communicated with everybody. So then at that point, it's like this, it's just boring, nothing left to do. And you feel this from like a very young age and have to carry it up until old age, and then you pass away. That is not, necessarily ideal for me. I want to travel. I want to go to different places in the world. So like, I'm going to work hard to do that. Go to America, go to the Americas, North, South, Asia, Africa. Like I want to definitely. I had a stint in Africa as a kid, which was cool. The weather over there can get wild too. but it's wildly opposite from the UK. So it's a nice change, you know. And I definitely want to experience more to life than this place, you know. But the economy is cool here. I guess it's all right in the sense that, you know, we have the strongest currency in the world. So you know, uh, we can we can at least have that to celebrate about. But you know, just the general you know, people here, you know, just the average person walking across the street and stuff like that. Avoid just very avoidant place, I would say. If you come in to visit the UK, it's an avoidant type of place. You know, so you're gonna feel it as a foreigner, you know. But if you're just, you know, but say if you, you know, say if you don't spend that much time outside and you just always in and out of institutions and like parties and like things like that, then you can have some escapism doing that. If you've always got activities and things to do, you know, you can escape this feeling, this sense of like heaviness, you know, this unexplained, this unaddressed heaviness that just clouds and pollutes the nation, you know, as you are, you know, like finding your way around it. Um, but so yeah, I mean, that's really just what the UK is like. And that's just a video I wanted to make, you know, outwardly expressing my observations because a lot of people here don't really seem to do that. So you're going to get it from me. And yeah.